They hit me with a blunt object that ruptured my right globe, and I have not been. It's going on almost 9 years. I have not seen out of my right eye.
Wow.
I had 135 stitches, ICU shock trauma unit in University of Maryland, Baltimore.
This ain't about views and likes, man. This is about bars.
Woo! Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Yo, Perfect. Who the African rapper sounding nice on my bit?
That. Next up, so now you're back. You're back to Jersey. You're still, riding with your mama, and then you had to go to. You had to come to DC.
I was in DC getting money.
I
was living in Jersey still, but I was in and out of town getting money.
Hold on now, before because I'm about to switch gears real quick. I actually heard one of your interviews, and you said you also lived in Atlanta. At what point in your life did you move to Atlanta?
I was in Atlanta when I was in Sierra Leone from 5 to 8.
Okay.
7.5 going on 8. Then my mom came, and then I was living with her. She was in Atlanta. And then I was in Atlanta from February 91 to May of 91. My father passed away.
Okay.
So we went to Africa. And we were in Africa for like a long time. For a couple of months. And then we came back. And from Africa, September 91, we came to Jersey.
Okay. And so you consider yourself a Jersey head?
I mean, I'm a Texas baby. I was born in Houston, but I'm a Exit 9, New Guns Quick, Shanklin, man, SGP, South Grove all day, baby.
Yo, the funny thing is some of these places that you touching on, man. I mean, except for Atlanta, I never lived in Atlanta, but I lived in Texas as well, man. I lived in Texas.
Houston,
I lived in Houston for about 2 years. I live in South Texas for about 2 years. So I lived in Texas for about a total of 4 years, man.
Yeah, I was born in Texas. I was born in Houston, and then when I was 5, I went to Sierra Leone. I came back when I was 7.5, going on 8, Atlanta. And then we left Atlanta when I was 8. My dad died a couple months later. We went to Sierra Leone for a couple months and came back and was Jersey. And I was in Jersey for my whole teenage life from 8 until I say 15 going on 16. Mm-hmm. I would like this year 16. Moved to Delaware, spent a year there, then I moved to Ohio when I was 17.
Yeah, Delaware, you might as well be living in Jersey, man. That's not popping over there.
Delaware different now, you know what I mean? With Delaware, you got Philly, Chester, Elton, Maryland. So
yeah. But
you learned a lot living in different places, though.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you learn a lot. You feel me? Every man, the man on their block. You feel me? I could be the man in Jersey on my block, but when you go to Newark, Sue Surf the man on his block, Arsenal the man on his block, Louis J the man on his block. All-Star the Great the man on his block. In Brunswick, 6'4" could be the man on his block. You feel me?
Okay.
My man Kareem L, he the man on his block. My man, my man K Ron, he the man on his block in Brunswick. You feel me?
Okay.
Hey, man, you go to Trenton, you got different players in Trenton. You go to Lakewood, Chase Fetty the man on his block. Newark got so many different people. You go to Harlem, they got everybody the man on their block. And when you go to people's block, when you go to people's states or hoods, you gotta be a humble. I tell people, I'm a diplomat. Everybody say, "Oh, a gangster." No, I'm a hood diplomat. Because when you go to people's spots, you gotta.
That nigga said I'm a diplomat. Yeah, go on, man. You dipset. Come on, man. Let's get it.
The underworld. Listen, right? The underworld. And I'm not going to get into in depth with it, but the underworld got the same type of governments the regular civilian life have, but we just have, instead of presidents, congressmen, we got bosses, capos, lieutenants, and soldiers. You have your underbosses, capo regimes in every city, in every block, every hood got a team. The Bloods and the Crips, they got their big shot callers, 5 stars. The Bloods got their shot callers, 5 stars, sergeant at arms, and they got the pups. The Crips got shot callers, you feel me?
Yeah.
Everybody got their own thing. And when you go in these hoods, certain parts of Newark, you got Grape Street Crips. Shout out to my grape homies. I ain't gonna call nobody name. You got the neighborhood rolling 60s, the rolling 30s, the dirty 30s, and Roselle. You feel me? You go to Roselle, Crush Calhoun the man on his block. You feel me? So it's if you're a hood diplomat, and you got ties to certain people in different hoods, you always gonna be good.
Okay.
Now there's gonna be some there's gonna be some young scrapper that's gonna want to test your gangster because he done heard about you.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I want my pinstripes to see if Nova really about his gangster. Sometimes a violation leads to a demonstration, which sometimes is not called for, but sometimes is needed to keep discipline and order.
Okay.
So you got to be a diplomat about where you go. Like if I'm in Maryland, of course I know who I'm gonna play. Like when I touch BMO, I got my partners I call up. When I'm in Maryland, I hit my E4S niggas. You feel me? Or my SG young boys. You feel me? I hit my youngest up. You feel me? Like yo, what up, big? What up, little bro? What up, big bro? You in town? Yeah, I say no more. We in. I hit Virginia. I got my partners I could call. When I go to Norfolk, I know the big dogs in Norfolk. Like I know the big dogs. Like these are my big homies. Like I got respect for them. They really the dudes that was running Virginia.
Okay.
And I won't put like my ties out there, but like I'm tied to people. Like you got like mob ties. It's like mafia. I go to Atlanta zone 1 through 6. I got partners in every crew. I go to Miami. I got Cubans. I got Haitians. You feel me? I got my Jamaicans. I go to Texas. I got my Bawanese. You feel me? I got my Nigerian plugs. Yeah. I go to Cali. I go to Cali. I'm good from 400 block, the 20s, the 60s. You feel me? The jungle. LBC. The LBC. You feel me? I'm the 8 trades. I'm cool with every set. So like I got ties. So like when I go into people's towns, yo, I'm in town. It's not like I'm checking in, but I got ties where if I'm going to LA, yo, I'm in the town. Are you here? Boom, say no more. Run through the 60s. I might be in Slauson. Yo, run through the jungle. Run through 400 block, Compton, Inglewood. I might move around. You might catch me in the LBC with them rolling 20s. Like I tell people like, yo, you might catch me in East LA with the Vatos. You feel me? With the essays.
You roll with the essays too? Oh boy.
Oh my God, yo, listen, man. Like I said, I'm a good diplomat.
Yeah. So
it's about ties. When you respect people and they respect you back, genuine respect. Ain't about like how most of these rappers they go to somebody's town, they drop in a duffel for protection. Nah. I got actual friends that are top dudes.
Facts.
And this ain't like we did business together, it's just that we family.
Gotcha.
When they come to Jersey, I roll out the same red carpet treatment they might give me when I'm in LA, Texas, or anywhere in this country. When I go to London, I got my homeboys, the Corleone family riders out there. I got my man Young Shaft, that's my man. He got people out there. I got my homies in Brixton. I got my homies in Peckham. I got my homies in Chelsea. I got my homies in Hackney. You feel me? So I got homies anywhere. I go to Paris. I got homies in the Chateau. Past the Champs-Elysees. I got homies in the Chateau. I got my Senegalese homeboys. You feel me?
Hey, yo, man, he knowing everywhere, man. That's basically what he trying to say, bro. You know what I mean?
Like Jamaica. Like I go to Jamaica. I got partners in. I know real guys in Waterhouse, Trenchtown, Uptown, Downtown, Waterford. Like real bad man there.
Top shot does.
Real, don't know. Of course, Mexico, I won't even get into that, but I'm good in Mexico.
Santa Louis.
I won't.
Hey, yo, man.
Listen. If you listen to my records, you know.
Hey.
If you know, you know. But I'm good. I'm comfortable. Colombia, I got homeboys in Cali. I got homeboys in Medellin. I got homeboys in Cartagena. Shit, shout out Pablo Escobar Jr., Pablo's son. That's my peoples.
Okay.
Yeah, he a big rap out there. Like me and connected on Twitter because he messed with my song Narco. He was like, yo, he fucked with it and he just hit me was like, yo, that record fire.
Now Narco is dope too. We're gonna talk about your whole album in a little bit.
You feel me? Like, but I tell people like, yo, it's not about what you know, it's who you know and how you know. How you do, how you conduct yourself. If you carry yourself like a millionaire, you're gonna be a billionaire. Yeah. If you carry yourself like a reputable gangster, dude's gonna respect your gangster. If you try to act like a bitch nigga and try to act hard like you a hardish thing, niggas gonna test you. But if a nigga wanna test you and somebody around be like, nah man, chill. Don't fuck with them. Them niggas just made them that whole crew with the Queen and them 6 niggas. Them 6 Africans, because we don't use the word nigga. The queen of them 6 Africans, leave that be. They plugged in. Mm-hmm. Like, I be any city I go, I just plug in the wall and turn the watts on.
Got it. So then,
you got me.
And then you ended up in, I think it was DC, and then right before you left, I think the story goes that your mom was trying to warn you not to go out that day.
Yeah, all right. I was in a group called Upline Dynasty with my cousin Specialist. Shout out Specialist, one of the biggest Sierra Leone producer. You feel me?
Well, yo, shout out Specialist, man. Let's go.
And shout out Texie Miata. We were in a group called Upline Dynasty. We was out here cooking. We was out here cooking these niggas. They was comparing us to the Fugees and the Firm. That's how fire we was. Ask any Sierra Leone artist, they would tell you about Nova Soprano Specialist and Miata. So I'll never forget that day, December 9th, 2011. I was in the basement chilling that night. I didn't even sleep. For some reason, I couldn't sleep, so I left my room. I came in the basement. I collect movies, so I was watching Casablanca and shit, and then I popped in the Battle for Algiers. So I'm watching Ali Lapointe and stuff, just chilling, to sharpen my skills. And around 8 o'clock, my mom's woke up ooh, if anybody gotta go out, don't go out. She woke up smelling human blood. Mind you, she ain't cut. She ain't having her womanhood because she's an older woman, you feel me? So them days is long gone. You know, arrogance. They say when death is calling somebody, they're stubborn, right? I'm like, all right, whatever. My cousin called me, was and I wasn't feel like going, but Spec called me yo, we got the show tonight. So-and-so, they want us to perform. I say, I don't feel like coming, but I'm on the road. So my mom called me, we get in an argument. I bang on her. My sister wanted oh, mommy, somebody listen, man, get your ass in the car, drive me to the dealership, drive me to the garage so I can go pick up my whip. So I drove to the garage, I picked up my car, brought my car, parked my car. My sister's still talking. I got on the 139 from Old Bridge to the city. Mind you, I get to the city. I missed my Greyhound by 2 minutes because I never like to take the train. I always like to take Greyhound. From even back in my street days, if it wasn't something heavy, it was something light, I'd take a Greyhound with it. So I missed the bus by 2 minutes, had to wait an hour, get on the bus, get to Maryland. Now my cousin Specialist, Khalifa, he always on time. Khalifa never late. Khalifa was 2 hours late picking me up.
2 hours?
2 hours, not 1, 2 hours. And he lives 20 minutes from the train station in Virginia I got off at.
What was the reason why he was late?
Sir, shit just kept happening to him too.
Huh.
He was at work on Fridays, he'd get off early. Mm-hmm. For some reason, his boss kept him an hour. Then he lost his car keys. He had to stay an extra hour looking for his car keys. His car keys was on top of his desk.
Don't you fucking hate that shit? Oh my god.
Nah, but you see the
everything was going back.
The signs were there, but again, when you're predestined for something, no matter how hard God try to show you signs, sometimes the devil blind your vision to what God's saying and you gotta go crash. Mm-hmm. He scooped me up. We don't argue, but me and this nigga got a heat. I was like, what the fuck, man? 2 hours I've been sitting here, it's cold as fuck. What's fucking wrong with you? This like, fuck this, I go back. I'll leave right now. He's like, leave, motherfucker. Me and him, it takes us 20 minutes to get dressed to get ready. It takes 3 hours to get ready. And mind you, I came down, I had some fresh brand new Gucci's on, just hit short heels, Gucci store, caught me some Gucci Jones, had me a Gucci hoodie on. My man was in the middle of his Fed trial. So the feds was holding him, but they're still investigating everybody, but thank God my name ain't come up. So we get on the road, we pick me out up. It's me, him, his shorty. And we get to Annandale, right? Just turn the light on to jump on 495. The cop is right there. We run a red light right in front of the cop. And I was like, yo, did you see the guy? He's like, yeah, I see him. Boom. The cop spun around. What it's over. From human blood to the cop. See all those signs that happened that day? From 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. to about 10 p.m. that night. To about 11 that night, mind you. All right, the cop goes, he gets a $200 ticket for $150 fine. I got a $250 ticket. So he's like, yo, let's go down to Morgan's Lane, go down to one of the lounges on Morgan, you know, the Morgan Lane in DC. Let's go down. Our DJ call was like, yo, these people expecting y'all to perform, pull up. I was like, yo, we gonna pull up. So we pull up. Usually I'm more animated. This night I was just like, calm. Niggas I had beef with, niggas who, like girls I was beefing with was all coming as we was hugging each other. The shorty, me and this shorty, we were like going back and forth. We liked each other when that ever happened, and then we had gotten into a huge argument over the girl I was with at the time, and me and shorty broke up. So I hadn't seen her, I hadn't talked to shorty in like a month, and she saw me. So I pulled up on shorty, and I was like, yo, I pulled her to the side. I was like, you're not gonna speak to me? I was like, what, you don't love me? She's like, I always love you. And I gave her a kiss on the cheek, and I was like, yo, I know this ain't the place to talk, but when I get back home to Jersey, I'm gonna schedule some time for you to come down for a weekend, and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about this and finally decide what we're gonna do. Is it gonna be we're gonna remain friends, or we gonna take that next step and get in a relationship? She was like, yo, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, but I didn't know if you be moving around. So she gives me a hug. The last hug I got. Walked out the venue, all hell broke loose. These attacked me, and thank God that my aunt was able to. My aunt was there. I didn't even know my aunt was there, yo. My aunt jumped in and pulled me out after they busted my eye because they were drunk, but I was sober. I didn't drink, so we started banging out. The first nigga ran up. You know, we from Jersey. That 2-piece in the biscuit, we serve it like Kennedy Fried Chicken on any block in Newark. You know what I'm talking about.
For reals, man. Hey, so hold on. So you walk out of the club, and then what?
I walk out of the first, the whole man, they were trying to instigate. It was a hit, but I'm not going to go too much into detail.
Okay. It was a hit on you or somebody else? Me.
They put a price on me.
Oh, okay.
It's a story, but I'm not going to get into detail because, you know what I mean, street things, street business. But, like, we got outside, words exchanged, and then the first man swung. He caught a little 2-piece in a biscuit that put him on itis.
It's a 2-piece in a biscuit.
I mean, yo, he caught a 2-piece in a biscuit. I gave him a 2-piece in a biscuit. He caught the itis. He fell asleep. This other man ran up. He went tango. I hit that nigga with a beautiful NyQuil bottle. He went to sleep. When they seen that they couldn't take me 1-on-1, they rushed me 3-on-1. Damn. I was just serving 2-piece and biscuits like Kennedy's on Broad. Went from 1-on-1 to 2-on-1, 3-on-1, back to 2-on-1, back to 3-on-1, and it became 8-on-1, and I was cooked.
Damn. 8.
Like 8-on-1, you feel me? I was slim at the time. You know, good living got me big, and they hit me with a blunt object that ruptured my right globe, and I have not been. It's going on almost 9 years. I have not seen out of my right eye.
Wow.
I had 135 stitches. ICU shock trauma unit in University of Maryland, Baltimore. And like my partners was so like, this to tell you I'm gonna tell you this, right? This should tell you the respect I got, right? My partners was so paranoid that they call my mom like, yo, Mama Africa. No, don't bother nobody. Just yo, do what you gotta do. But I'm not like, you feel me? It caused tension to where real gangsters was getting involved now. It was transitioning from a regular situation to, wait a minute, that's so-and-so's little brother. Wait a minute, that's so-and-so young boy. And then, they started researching. My partner had just bonded out, had cashed out $1 million bail, cash. Wow. So then you looking at this nigga rap sheet doing homework. He done made national headlines. You're like, wait a minute, that's no big homie. So this thing, it was like a cyclone, spiraling into a tornado. Then it turned to a hurricane, category 5. You can't stop that type shit. But like, one thing I respect, like my mom was like, nah, we gonna handle this the right way. Okay. I refused it. Like they tried to get me to testify. I'm like, nah, man, I can't testify. A lot of people was like, oh, nah, You was that was some shit they jumped you. You have the right to testify. I said, nah. I live by certain rules. If I get up on that stand and raise my right hand, I break every oath, every code I've ever abided since I jumped off the porch.
Okay.
Even street dudes was mad. They was like, nah, dog, they attacked you. You could like, no. What's this? If I was a civilian, like say like all right, you get attacked. You can testify nothing wrong because you're a civilian.
Yeah.
But me now, I'm a made man. Like at the time, I felt like I'm a street guy. Mm-hmm. I can't go get on the stand and testify. Those rules went out the window the day I jumped off the porch and did my first piece of dirt.
Got you, man. That's why you're talking shit about Tekashi 6ix9ine on a record. It's like when the pressure's on, they start talking shit.
Listen, I was like, yo, the pressure's on, they raise their hand to testify, nigga. No morals or values, no codes in the game. You idolize snitches, but me, I idolize the hustlers, bosses, Midget Mowgli, Free C Blaze, one time for the homies. Shout out to the homie C Blaze, Free C Blaze. If you from Newark, you know who C Blaze is.
Right.
Shout out Free C Blaze. Like, I respect the gangsters that took their time like men. Mm-hmm. Like my partner Chuck Tizzy doing 11. My man Sheaf doing 11. Man. These men don't roll, they don't break, they don't rap. Sport did his time, 7.5, came home on parole, home in Detroit. He didn't roll, he didn't rap.
Yeah, these niggas out here nowadays, they just gangster with it on the internet, man. That's about it, yo.
Well, listen, man. Not even the internet. A lot of these dudes front for these bitches and these young boys out here putting in work. Like, they don't, 15, 16 years, we used to beat niggas up. But if you spun the block, we spin them back. But if we gave the ops a chance to catch that pound game. If you got your ass whooped, you got your ass whooped. Live to fight another day. But if you spun the block, if the ops came through spinning the block with the drum, playing reggae like Bob Marley, yeah, we gonna play back. It was the code. But these young boys nowadays don't want to get an ass. So they was like, oh, word, I'll be back, come back, spray, accident. We got a whole bunch of accident murderers going on in this 21st century. They not coming, they don't hit their target, they murder the wrong person.
That's true, man. That's a casualty right there.
Nas and Ross made a song about it, accident murderers.
I never heard that one.
Go look at Ross and Nas. I forget the album he did on Life is Good.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Accident murderers. Nas and Ross, they made a song about it. We got a lot of accident murderers but then you got those ones out here that really be on demon time. You got them lot that really they be on demon time. That's all they do, put in work. So I tell people you gotta know who you play with and who you deal with, because when I got attacked, you just think, oh, he a rapper. But then after my attack, I'm falling. Angel has fallen, like the movie. Angel has fallen. Now the demons come out. Because if I'm like the gate putting a wall between you and hell, and I'm trying to do good, and then you knock the wall down, what you think is that the other side of that wall is not what you see coming. You see a bunch of demons coming. What can you do? Okay.
So then I read somewhere you were like, in a way, you had to lose your eye to gain sight. Tell us about it.
I had to lose sight to gain foresight. And I was like...
Yeah, something like that to that effect. Go on. What did you mean by that?
I lost sight to gain foresight because I feel like after I got attacked, I had a choice. Okay. My attack put me in a four-way. North, south, east, west. I had to make a decision. Which road do I travel? Okay. Do I go back to the life I know, and this time around they get me? Me getting attacked exposed that I'm not invincible. I can be touched just like anybody. I could be touched. Anybody can be touched. No matter what security or what they got, they can be touched. But if a right opportunity presents itself, anybody can be touched. And I had to make a choice. And at the time, 5 days, a week before my attack, I was in the studio with Specialist. We had just finished up the Upline album. It never came out, 2009 URD. And I told Specialist, I was like, bro, I don't feel right. I like, man, my life not in order, bro. And he was bitch. Spec was on my ass. I don't say bitching, but he was concerned because he knew how talented I was, but I love the streets. Like, I'd be in the studio 10-hour session, and him and me, I'd be recording. I'd get so frustrated, and then my phone would ring. Boom, yo, I'll be back. I'd disappear for 3 hours.
Adios, amigos.
Adios, amigos. It's like, yo necesito dinero.
Uh-huh.
I need some money, man. Collect my taxes.
Word up.
And then I come back, and he'd be pissed, like, oh, I'm like, how many songs I missed? Oh, you got 3 verses. And I would just walk. I listen to it for 5 minutes, walk in the booth. Boom. But I go in and listen to him 10 minutes, get my bounce. All right, boom. What you doing? I'm going in the booth. Boom, 1 take. Knock the verse out. Walk out. You good? Yeah, do my ad-libs, come back out. Good, all right. Load the next record.
That's it?
Run it back? Okay. All right, go in the booth. Boom. All right, yo, scrap that. Run it back. All right, run it back. All right, I got it this time. Ad-libs, ins and outs, come back out. You good? All right, what's the next record? Play it. All right, play it. And then I start pacing back and forth for like 20, 30 minutes. On the third record, I really just pace because I don't want to say that. I already know what I said on the first 2 don't match that, so the third one I got to kill. Because that'd be the most hottest record. I leave the hottest record for last. Pace for 30, 45 minutes, mumble to myself. And then I'd be like, yo, you ready, Toms? Yeah, ready. Or it was against Toms and B at shout out District Entertainment. Walk in the booth. Knock him out. You good? All right, boom. Hold on real quick. Hello? Yo, give me like 45 minutes. I'll be through. Yo, I got a dip. We're going to make this play. So he got pissed. And after my partners had gotten caught up, like, the streets became dangerous. So I was like, yo, what am I doing here? I watched my whole family, all my family get locked up. But at the end of the day, man, Africa for Africa. This is the mentality I want every African artist to go by. By Africa, for Africa.
Y'all headed right here, man. Y'all need to shut the fuck up and listen to bars.